Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all in between that side of the spectrum, welcome to our review of one of the most eeriest, most bizarre Doctor episodes we've ever seen, which is the Wild Blue Yonder.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say?
This is an episode I feel like we should go right to spoilers, because the whole point, because
Yeah,
you
so-
can't really talk about that.
So we'll talk about we'll talk for a minute with no spoilers.
You can't do it because the whole point is...
You don't know anything. We'll talk a little bit about the performances, and then we'll go.
They were great. There we
They were
go.
great.
I'm saying they were great.
They were great.
I don't know what else to say. You can't really talk about this
We're
episode.
going to talk about spoilers, isn't it? Okay, just very quickly, we're going to swap over, because you know me and Josh's thing, I'm on this side, and we'll swap over. However, again, we're going to have to go to spoiler territory quite quickly, because, again, this episode is famous for keeping everything under wraps, and it was a bizarre episode in the most and this was another incredible Ross to Davis episode. For those of you guys who remember Midnight, it reminded me a bit of that in a really cool way. This reminded me a little bit of Midnight. Again, incredible writing, incredible performances. David Tennant and Catherine Tate. The performances between David Tennant and Catherine Tate was really good. I think David Tennant's Doctor, both on his 10th and the 14th, so a little bit of Doctor has like been tortured by his past, and you could say there was a moment in this episode where something I was very reminded about something of his past, something with Jodie's Whittaker's era actually, and you could see that tortured him to hear that, and his thing was I feel like it has been, again, David Tennant plays like a tortured soul so well. Incredible acting. But anyway, guys, we're going to go straight into spoilers, because obviously a lot of this story was, some of Doctor Magazine said it was all redacted, the names. It's so mysterious. You basically knew nothing about the story going into it, which I think actually is really cool, because it is the most the whole time I was like, what's going on? Anyway, so this is not a
Well,
it kind of okay.
all right. So there are these creatures that take the form of Dr. Donna. And there's a robot, and
there's a very terrifying. So these creatures, basically, so the Doctor and Donna. Also, let's just talk about the epilogue, the prologue. Isaac Newton was really cool. They landed at the apple for him, and he comes to the word gravity.
I'm going to find out.
Because I recognise them something. Yeah, gone.
I'll look at all this shit.
So it starts with Isaac Newton, how he invented gravity, and he discovered gravity, invented gravity. Yeah, how he. So Nathaniel Curtis.
Okay. I think I've seen that. He was in. I think It's a Sin. I think.
Yes.
Which I haven't. Watched.
Isn't Yasmin Finney also in that?
No, she's in Heartstopper.
Heartstopper.
It's a Sin. It's a Sin was on Channel 4. Rusty Davis did it.
Is that the one where they showed the old Dalek episode?
Yeah. He's in that.
It's about an actor who had he had HIV.
It's just about the AIDS crisis.
Yeah, the AIDS crisis.
I haven't seen it. I've seen that bit. Everyone keeps saying it's excellent, but I haven't watched it.
So definitely it's on our list of things to watch. But yeah, so again, great little open up with Isaac Newton and all that stuff, and that's really the most normal part of the episode, right? And then it goes weird, baby. So the land of the ship. I said. They're in this like long corridor. There's a robot which is sort of standing still, and it moves forwards like once. Doesn't really move much. But when they go to the cockpit of this long ship they're in, and said there's no stars, right? And there's a point where the Doctor and Donna sort of separate, and then Donna's there, and then the Doctor walks in and starts talking to her, and then the Doctor's in his other room, and Donna walks in and starts talking to him, and we start to realize, okay, then we realise that it wasn't for Doctor Donna, it was these two shapeshifters pretending to be them. Now, there was a very, very weird moment where they start to sort of convulse, and that their arms are really long, and there's all like they were crawling along. It reminded me a bit of was it the Rebel Flesh? Rebel Flesh. There's two parts. What was the first? Rebel Flesh, and the Almost People. Yeah. Underrated episode actually. Underrated episode. It's pretty good, man. But yeah, so these creatures are like following them and all that stuff. And majority of the episode is about the Doctor trying to figure out what this ship's about, what these these words being said in the background and all that. And as the episode goes along, this robot is slowly moving forward, right, Jimbo? And the shining parts of this episode just come from David Tennant playing evil, and Catherine Tate playing evil. So David Tennant playing a bunch of evil roles recently. Best for me, my favourite evil role of his was as Kilgrave as the Purple Man, Jessica Jones. If you've not seen that yet, go and check it out. David Tennant is terrifying, especially the concept of that villain is terrifying, right? So he does it fantastically. He's also in a film recently, was it called The Bad Samaritan, Good Samaritan? Yeah. And Donna, and Donna was like, sort of like almost insulting him at one point. But there was an incredible moment where the Doctor and the Donna. Okay, we're gonna say Doctor and Donna thing, and Donna and Doctor thing, right? We're calling it the thing, right? Because again, massive is this like the thing because you don't know. Who the creature is. A lot like the thing. The one that live in an isolated place. It's a lot like the thing. A bit like Alien. You felt that sort of like, what's the word when you don't like when you what's the word when you're trapped in small places you don't like it.
Confined?
No, when you don't like small spaces.
Claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic, yeah, felt really claustrophobic.
I did feel like claustrophobic.
I was like, oh, but
I didn't feel like it was that at all.
It was good. We got these creatures who were like, obviously, so yeah, they were following them. But there's a moment where the Doctor's talking to the Donna thing, and she was like to him, oh yeah, by the way, she mentioned the flux and mentioned about him, like, you're not from Gallifrey, you don't know where you're from. And there's a moment when the Doctor like really starts to almost look really, really sad and all that stuff. And when she, turns out she was just a thing. The moment afterwards where the Doctor's like punching a panel because it, again, the 14th Doctor is tortured. I think one thing that like David Tennant does so well is playing like a tortured soul. He was really, like, you could tell like it was really bugging him that obviously because he hasn't come to terms with that properly yet as the Doctor. And yeah, so that was really, really just seeing him do that and seeing just there's lots of moments in this episode where David Tennant just like you see he is holding back a lot of pain, even though he's got his best friends back, he's still holding it back. And I think it says a lot about like how depression works and all that stuff. Also, a nice little tidbit when the Doctor they were saying about how hot Isaac Newton is, and Doctor was like, he is quite hot. He's like, is that who I am now? And the Doctor was like, oh yeah, I always knew it, which I think's like talking about the Doctor, possibly being bi or anything.
The Doctor has been a woman.
So yeah, I think the Doctor is,
and also River Song.
Exactly. So yeah, I think like the Doctor. I think the Doctor is bi. I think the Doctor literally, I think loves or can fall in love with anybody, regardless of their gender. I think, which is quite cool. But yeah, that was quite nice. Nice little talk about like, how the Doctor loves and all that stuff and who he loves and all that, which is quite cool. And yeah, so again for this episode, the episode culminates with like they found out that like the pilot of the ship killed themselves to try and stop these creatures from getting into the universe. And there's a moment where the Doctor thing, the Donna thing, are talking about how war, like how they could hear all these echoes of war and all that stuff. And it was really creepy. It was by far the most. It was the weirdest episode I've seen in a long time. It was creepy, and just in general, the uncanny nature of the Doctor and Donna things. I think was done really, really good, and again, phenomenal acting. Again,
no women.
No women.
The women did not pop up at all.
We thought the women.
There was a rumour going around the Martin was going to pop up. That didn't happen.
I mean, I was hoping that the women would turn up, and David Tennant would be like, "Look out, Donna! Women trouble." It'd be great, and then just goes like.
Yeah.
I think you agree as well. The bit when the again, I think it was an incredible thing about.
I guess the mention of the flux inside of Charlotte, I thought it was handled pretty well.
Really
I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's going to be a big part of the episode." I was like, "It's probably going to be mentioned once."
I like the fact
a mention, and that'll be it. And
I like the fact that I like the fact that it was the timeless child was referenced and all that stuff. I like that. I mean, I'm not sure we're gonna if I'm not sure if and when that storyline will be explored again. But I like the fact that it's saying like we've got a new Doctor with an old face. And he still remembers the whole being with timeless child and all that stuff. Knows that thing. He might never know the mystery behind it, but that's a part of him that even he doesn't know, which I think the way about Doctor is the Doctor is a mystery. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's called Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. It's not a name; it's a question. That's what we love. But I think my favorite, another part is when like Donna was asking the Doctor, he says like, what have you been through? And he says like, a lot. And when she's like, when do you think about talk about remember he was like 1,000,000 years. And the craziest thing is like, he is hiding a lot of the thing is. He is so happy to see Donna again. He's hiding a lot of his grief. He's keeping a lot of his grief. And I think David Tennant, again, is such a phenomenal actor. And just, you can see this is a tortured Doctor. And I hope that when it comes to the moment where he generates into Shruti Gatwa, right, or generation works, I do hope that David Tennant's Doctor is at peace in some way, and because I feel like obviously people always said the reasons why the Doctor has a face, like for example, even Peter Capaldi, he says he remembers the reason why he's got that face from the fires of Pompeii is because to remind him that to not leave a person behind, sort of thing.
Don't save someone.
Save someone. That's it. Oh, yes, always save somebody.
That's what Donna said. So.
Yeah, always save somebody. What's your favourite part of the episode?
Oh, we've got to see Bernard Cribbins as Wilf again. Yay!
Honestly, let me tell you something. Wilf is got. If you were to describe like the heart or one of the big hearts of Doctor Who, it's Wilf. And again, Bernard Cribbins was in the Dalek Invasion of 2150 AD with Peter Cushing as well, and I think.
Bernard Cribbins again was great.
It was, and you know what I love? Because they said if there's one person who was going to wait for them, it was going to be Wilf. And when he was there, he was like, "Oh, Doctor," you know what? It was beautiful to sing. "Oh, Doctor," you know, and he gave him a hug.
And everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone mad.
Everyone's gone mad, probably because of
the toy maker.
The toy maker and whatever the giggle is.
The giggle is.
I think the synopsis said something like, "Oh, there's a puppet that's made." That's a laugh of a puppet.
Yeah, and the
Which
toy maker
might have to do with. The inventor of the television, and I think his name's John Logie dead.
Yeah.
And he created this puppet called Stooky Bill.
Yeah.
That he used to test the television, and and a lot of people thinking, oh, that's essentially what they're going to use.
That would be really cool.
So and apparently John Logie is in it.
Really?
Yeah,
the puppet?
He's a part of it. Yeah, he's in. So
that's quite cool. So yeah, it's the President invented it. Yeah. So we're very excited for next week.
We've got the trailer for the episode afterwards.
Yes.
This is where we can finally get to see the toy maker.
Yes. Very excited to see. Very excited.
So that's proper because you remember the someone told me what the hell's going on here bit.
Yeah.
And the background apparently is fake.
And then I reckon that background is still fake. In that background of David Tennant in this one, I think that background is still not the actual one it's going to be. But yeah, so obviously we're very excited next week for the giggle, guys.
And then
Christmas, which is good.
Shooting Gat was first proper.
We had to wait like 2 or 3 weeks before, which is great.
Mental.
It's great. It is honestly, and I think they've already finished filming the next season.
No, they finished series 14.
Yeah, I like the fact that they mentioned that, because what I like about Wilf as well is very much, even though he's an old soldier, he's like he doesn't like the war. He doesn't.
No. Apparently, he said he never killed anyone during the war.
This is it.
Apparently, Bernard Cribbins apparently never did that as well.
He was proud about it. It was really good as well.
I think they used that for Wilf's character, which is.
I love Wilf, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
They did have the thing inside, like in memory of Bernard Cribbins.
In memory of Bernard Cribbins. I have to admit, the next episode, the last time we see Wilf is gonna be emotional, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, let us know what you thought of the Wobbly Yonder. What are your thoughts? What are your expectations for the giggle next week? And also, I am looking forward. We've got Mel back. Yeah, we've got Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, and we've got Neil Patrick Harris, who's an incredible actor as the Celestial Toy Maker. Cannot wait. But yeah, guys, just let us know what your thoughts are, and yeah, we're gonna go and have some food. So we'll catch you guys in a bit. Very well.
Geronimo.